to another video with Hellcat Productions with Alex. We're going to get those DRLs installed today, but first, if you haven't seen the bumper removal video, you're going to want to see that, so I'll post the link on one of these corners and you can watch that. But if you didn't notice, the DRLs are already flashing against the wall. That's because this video was supposed to be out last week and I have to redo this part right here because I messed up. One of the lights, I didn't put enough sealant and it leaked. So that sucked. Ripped the whole thing back apart and did it again. So take everything you see with a grain of salt. I did the whole install. I think it looks alright. And you can learn what not to do, what to do from this video and see what's involved in the job. I mean, if you have any doubts, captain it out. That was cheesy as hell. But yeah, let's get to the video. Enjoy. Removing the headlight, pretty self-explanatory. Socket extension, 8mm. You got one right here. Come underneath. You got two right there. Then just disconnect your light. And that's all there is to it. Your RGB DRL kit comes with. Got your drivers, your DRL boards, and your Bluetooth controller if you went with that option. They also sell the hot melt adhesive on the side. I think it's like 18 bucks or something. If you can get it cheaper, go ahead and grab that. But I just straight on the site went with that. And this I got separately. Velcro to mount your drivers and Bluetooth controller onto the vehicle. Gloves, sealant because I believe I'm going to have to drill a hole in the back of the light. And I'm to run the wires and I'm going to need to seal that so no moisture gets in there. And some bar clamps. Light. Stove, got it preheated for 240 with 2 pieces of wood inside. So it's not right on the grates. I'm going to leave it in there for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, then we'll come back and pry it apart. Alrighty guys, so we got the light here. So you got all these clips right here that you're going to need to pop back as you're prying it, but you just get your screwdriver in there, pry all the way around. It can be a pain in the ass. I know because I just did the other one. Alright, should be coming off here soon. There we go. Got it off. Now I'm going to clean up some of that rubber, get some of that out of there. There's also a ring inside right here that gets sealed. Clean out some of that. Then around the edges here a little bit. Nothing crazy, just clean it up a little bit. Alrighty, got most of that seal cleaned up. Now we're going to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm using a 9/32 on those, even though there's probably a better fitting one, but that's what I went with. And then you're going to need a T10 hex to take out these 4 little ones right here. We got the screws out and these clips here, well, whatever you want to call them. These are the DRL boards right here. You can pull this off to help you a little bit. And then these come right out. And there's a little clip back there. Just push them together from top to bottom. Disconnect them. Same with the other one. Right there. Now you got the old DRL boards out. Alright, with these new DRL boards, there is an A and a B side. So, B side is going to go on the left, A side is going to go on the right. I'm going to do A side first. There we go, now it shouldn't go nowhere. Pull it right through the back. We're just going to pop it back in. It's one thing, make sure your wires are as untwisted as possible. I don't like how you have to bend them in there, but that's how they have it set up. Pop it in there. There we go. Now we're going to do the other side. Alright, was having a trouble filming getting this one in, but same as this one, except this one you have to run the hot wire behind the light and out the back instead of just coming straight through. Now we're going to get everything back on, get all the screws back in, then we're going to blow it out, clean it up a little bit, test it, and then we're going to seal it. Well, they work. I wish I could show you guys that, but I'm using my phone right now, so that's the color they're going to stay. Got it rigged up to my car right now. Don't try that at home. Maybe just use like a battery or something. But your positive and ground go to your Bluetooth controller to your drives to the light. All right, let's blow this out, clean it out, and get it all sealed up. Alright, so this is that rubber stuff, the sealing stuff that I showed you guys earlier in the box. Just gonna cut ourselves a piece. You don't need as much as you think. This stuff stretches good. I warmed it up for like a minute in the stove, just so it's a little bit easier to work with. Chop it up with some scissors. Just stretch it out. Line it all the way around. Stretch, push, stretch, push. And we're going to do that all the way around, and we're also going to put a strip around in the inside here. So I'll see you guys when we're done with that. Alright guys, I got that rubber seal, or whatever you want to call it, going around and in the inside. Now I'm going to put the cover on. Push it tight, get it into place as much as I can. Heat it up, probably another 15 minutes or so in the oven. And then I'm going to use the bar clamps, get it all clamped into place, make sure the clips are all clipped over, and let it sit for a while. So all I've done is I set the cover on there, pushed it everywhere, made sure it's, you didn't see that, snugged up. As you can see, huge gap there, not even close, but once we get into the oven and pull it out, it's going to push in there like butter. Oh, and with all this stuff, just kind of wind it up and throw it in the back here. That way it's not dangling around in the oven. Alright guys, just pulled them out of the oven. Got my gloves back on because it's hot. Actually, I pulled it out earlier because the cover popped off. Didn't have it on there tight enough, I guess. Pushing right together now. And yeah, it comes off on the gloves and all that. Gonna get the clamps. Grab the clamps here. That side. One on the other, and then I'm gonna switch them to the sides after I get this. Move them around a little bit. Get everything properly seated. Alright, this step isn't necessary, and it honestly isn't the prettiest, but I put black Permatex around it also, on top of the other seal, just because it's extra insurance, and I do not want to get moisture in these lights. I do not want to take off the bumper just to redo these. That would really be a bad day. So, extra insurance. It's not, no one's going to see it. Going to be under the bumper. It's worth it to me. Alright, so I put a 1/2 inch hole right there. Just ran the wire through so it was out of the way of everything up top there. And then I just put some black Permatex around it, make sure it's all the way around, and I did a couple coats because I don't want any moisture getting in there. Well, here we are. Just have it strobing through all the colors. Does a bunch of cool different little patterns and stuff too if you want. I only got one light in right now so I can show you how it's wired up. But got it, the wire coming from behind, underneath the intake tube. Zip tied right there, down below, going over the horn, underneath the hood latch, back up over the other horn. Then it's zip tied right there. I need to still snip that. Run straight down to behind the bumper where I got the 2 drives for the right side. Got some of the rat nest zip tied to the side right here. And then it runs up. Some more zip tied up right there. And then I got the Bluetooth box and the 2 drivers for the left side. Those connections will come out right here for the lights, and the one for the Bluetooth box, the same thing. Comes right here around the windshield washer fill tube. And I grounded it right there. Perfect spot. And then I bought a fuse tap, a low profile fuse tap, and tapped into the fuse box. Bought a bunch of these. Make sure they're the low profile one. If, at least for the Hellcat, got the low profile fuses. Make sure you check what type you need. It came with just the connector, and I put some electrical tape around it, but I think I'm going to get some solder and solder that up so it's a little more legit. But a lot of boxes for a couple lights, but I think I made it look alright. I ended up using this T-Rex clear mounting tape instead of the Velcro. This is a little bit stronger, but there it is. Alright guys, thank you for making it through another video. The job is what it is. If you take your time, it probably isn't as bad as I made it. I had to do it twice. Popping those headlights out and cleaning all that sealing out and shit sucks. But take your time. You know, I'm focused on making a YouTube video, and I should have been a little bit more focused on this. But someone has to take one for the team, show you guys what kind of problems you'll run into and all that. But next video, get everything back together, a little time lapse, maybe some cinematic shots outside with the lights. If Trap Builds ever plows the driveway. Trap Builds! Trap Builds! My neighbor down the street, YouTube channel, building a C10, but he also built this plow four-wheeler. Might be Trav Hacks though, because I don't think it could even plow a driveway like this. Go check out his channel, I'm just joking. But like, subscribe, comment. Subscribe right now.